Oh, you know what? While we're chilling, you guys want to watch something?
We all love feeling smart, or sapient, as I like to call it. But what if I told you that there are people out there
who are not smart?
Get off of that very feeling as a living, who just talk and talk and talk for hours on end like a bunch of assholes and make money off of it?
Couldn't be me.
I'm obviously talking about video essay channels, the backbone of society. Video essays are really big on YouTube at the moment, and have been for a while. At this point, for whatever topic or niche you might be interested in, there's probably some guy on the internet that has made a way too long video about it. You want to see a video the length of 3 feature films on Nikocado Avocado? Well, The Right Opinion has got you covered. Do you want to see a 2.5 hour long video on The Vampire Diaries? Well, Jenny Nicholson made the video right for you. Do you want to see a really good and intelligent and good award-winning analysis on the Mr. Beastification of YouTube? It's a genre on YouTube that I personally adore, and because of how wide the range of what a video essay can really be, it's been really fun to see the various ways that people manage to insert their own personality in whatever analysis they really want to make. These people spending sometimes months and months on end working on and researching the most obscure but interesting topics out there. It's super fun and interesting, and I'm not really alone in my enjoyment of this, since
I was watching this last night. 7-hour long Bleach the Captain's complete analysis, where this guy does a complete story and history analysis of literally every single captain in Bleach, period. 7 hours and 11 minutes. I fell asleep to this last night. I won't lie, I did it. Is that any good? Yeah, it's pretty good. It goes over some stuff that I forgot, and it goes over every single instance that the character has spoken or did something or has been talked about by other characters, or anytime Type Kubo said something about the character. So they do like a full analysis on like their motivations, what they want, all of that type of stuff. It's pretty good. And then I was also watching this other video by this other guy, Fat Brett, who made a video on he has like a video series called The Deconstruction of Evil. So the Deconstruction of Villainy, where it's an hour-long video where he talked about everything that the space pirates did in the history of the Metroid series. And so, yeah, that's what I was watching the other day. I do it while I work.
These videos cover a pretty wide range of topics. Their viral potential is absolutely huge, with videos sometimes getting millions and millions of views, so that hard work can really pay off sometimes. But alongside the success of the more higher quality video essay channels, we've also seen something else, and that is the rise of the mass-produced, almost fast food chain-like video essay channels with a twinge of corporate feeling. Channels who've realized how easy it can really be to capitalize off of the success of this genre and fully went for it, posting videos left and right like it's nobody's business. And the problem here is not just with the quantity of these videos. There's actually some pretty decent video essay channels that post regularly but do more short videos that are very good. The channels that I'm talking about make their videos in a
There's like a very specific guy who does this, and I forgot his name. Let me know if you remember, okay? But there's a guy who always makes videos that are like the most evil, the biggest lying, the most hated, like all this type of stuff. He only makes content like that. And he's completely outsourced all of the content on his channel, except for one thing, which is his ad reads. Like he himself has to read his own ads, because obviously that's what the advertisers say it needs to be done to get the money. But outside of that, he doesn't do anything in regards to the channel, period. I think it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't, his voice doesn't show up anymore. Not Darman, no. His voice doesn't show up anymore. His like, nothing shows up anymore. It's just like the guy who's like, he's just like straight up making crazy fast food content. I think Kira TV made a video about them before, but I forget exactly what their name was. Jake Tran? Maybe Jake Tran. That name sounds familiar. Yeah, But his name is just Jake now. He doesn't go by Jake Tran. He just goes by Jake now. Yeah, here it is. All of his videos are like the most evil.
So you're John D. Rockefeller in the late 1800s, and you have a big problem. It's the Industrial Revolution, and you have this giant oil empire.
Oh, is this him again?
You simply rich.
Education.
Okay. He may have started like doing them himself again, but
model, it wouldn't matter if
what I remember when I looked at his channel, it was just like his entire fan base was like, bro, you don't even like talk anymore in the comment section. Like, where are you, man? Jake Tran was always the most evil man in the world.
Jake Tran claims to teach power and yet fails to understand the core principle of Machiavellianism, where it is better to be feared and loved.
Yep, that I'm good. I don't really need to know any more than that.
Factory, essentially. Sometimes they're even run by corporations. They make the video like on an assembly line. They'll have one guy coming up with their like ideas and topics, have another person read out that script, and then another person to edit the whole thing in a like sleek and even maybe too smooth of a way. And then someone to make a thumbnail with the most horrible and repulsive piece of art you've ever seen in your entire life. And in a lot of these cases, there's probably not a lot happening here that is, I guess, morally wrong per se. It is just depressing. But I think it's fascinating to look into the eyes of this beast, this machine. Does creating video essays in that way, where you need to come up with groundbreaking, attention-grabbing takes on an almost daily basis, cause some sort of problem? Or am I just a dumb little whiny baby? In today's 5-hour-long video essay, we're gonna figure out exactly... This video is brought to you by my Patreon. If you want to support what I do over here, my Patreon link is in the description. You'll get an extra video off of it a month, and a Discord. I have a Discord where I talk to people. It's just a nice way to, you know, support what's going on here if you feel inclined to do so. So yeah. How about you check that out, huh? Part of the reason as to why this genre is as big as it is because of how broad the definition of what a video essay is.
People love other people talking about stuff. I don't get it. I remember this pretty good video essay on Scooby-Doo. How long is this? 51 minutes?
Can really...
Bro, millennials making video essays about media properties from the 90s is such like a profitable business model for being a YouTuber. It's crazy.
There aren't any physical requirements for you to be able to call yourself a video essayist. You don't need a college degree. You don't need to have like a job in the field that you're talking about in advance. You can just be some sort of,
not having a job
like,
is better.
Idiot. You know, some kind of dumbass. A video essayist can just be some person with a take, and potentially a good and profound one. Video essays can be long, they can be short, they could be about media, politics. Pickle Rick is a video essay, essentially any video that talks about like a subject with a script made in advance. Well, after doing a lot of thinking, I came to the realization that a lot of what defines
video
these
essay
videos,
is just
besides
something
all
I
being,
don't like.
you know, a piece of content that talks about and analyzes a thing, the main component that really ties them all together is one of aesthetics, a vibe, a certain type of
I personally would say the essay format, but you know, whatever.
Title and thumbnail that help indicate to you, the viewer, that you're about to watch some, you know, some smart shit. And there's a lot of ways to achieve this effect. Maybe use some slick editing, maybe use some fancy words like sapien, and, you know, just generally talking in a way that makes people believe that you're smarter, or sapiener. And, you know, using these elements doesn't necessarily mean that the video that you're gonna make is bad. It's actually just like a common sort of bunch of common attributes to video essays. Since the qualifications for doing this job are essentially non-existent, a lot of these mass-produced video essay channels will essentially use these aesthetic elements as a way to make you think that what they're saying is a lot more profound than what it actually is. Let's talk about SunnyV2. A lot of people have already talked about his Mr. Beast Chris video and how
6 million
insanely dumb
views?
it really is.
The Chris Tyson situation
That is
could
so
become
gross.
a complete disaster for Mr. Beast's brand. However, it may also provide some unique benefits.
The video is incredibly invasive and weird. Chris, who works with or for the Mr. Beast channel, has decided to come out as trans. Something that's
Transgender.
well within his right to do. As life decisions go, this isn't really something that's any of SunnyV2's concern. But the way that the video decides to focus on things is incredibly weird.
So let's begin by going over the drama before explaining exactly how this will impact the Mr. Beast channel.
I still don't
Looking
know
at
why he
this whole
decides to
thing
talk
of
like that.
just
Drama.
Chris being open about who he is
Base.
as a Mr. Beast related business decision is freak shit. It's some freak shit, honestly. He tries to at some point analyze Chris's marriage. He is quite literally talking about Chris's life as if he's a character in a TV show.
And if we've learned anything from Hollywood in recent years, it's that adding over-the-top LGBT characters for the sake of relatability rarely works as intended and is often nothing more than a distraction from
I do still think this point is crazy. I think this video really shows how some people just kind of forget the humanity in the people that they're watching on their TV screen. That is beyond insane, right? This is a human being. He's not like Chris isn't a character that was added, right? You can't be like, oh, bad character, just change him. He's a real guy. Well, he's a real person, a real life human being who you can't simply just change because you don't like them. It just doesn't work that way. The things on my screen, the talking things on my screen are people. They're real.
the premise of the movie or video.
What makes this video so ghoulish to me is the fact that he essentially ignores the fact that Mr. Beast and Chris are human beings that make decisions and choices that have nothing to do with any form of content whatsoever.
It is true. Except for me. Everything I do is for the content, okay? Because everything I do is for the money. Hey, the money. I love the money. Money, yeah, let's go. The cash dollars, let's go. It's the money, man. It's me. I'm rich as heck. It's not true. I'm not rich. I'm not rich at all. I'm actually pretty poor right now. That's why Shark hired 2 trans people to cover all of his bases. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you know what? That's true. You know what? That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know what? That's pretty true. Yeah, that's true. That's pretty true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Anyways. Come here. Come here. Oh. Hi. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, it'll make Boo very sad. I know a bunch of you who are watching are not subscribed. Join the frenzy. You won't regret it. Thank you, Boo.